I guess the FIA FOTA war part 2. Ferrari just 2 days ago announced that they, under the current laws that were going to come in, or the current rules that were going to be introduced for 2010, they would pull out of Formula One. And overnight, last night, Renault have pretty much said the same thing. And so we've got two major players, both putting their balls on the table now, and all reports are that Toyota and Red Bull are probably going to follow suit, and so I guess as a result Toro Rosso. So the gloves are really off now, and it's looking like a full-blown war. There is an element of politics about the sport which I do find appealing as well. Look, I'm interested in politics in general, let alone Formula One politics is really quite fascinating as well. It adds to the drama of the whole spectacle, in my opinion. You know, plenty of people, they think that's the worst thing about Formula One. For me, I think it's, you know, it's adds to its sort of soap opera drama of it anyway. So we're looking like we've got about half the grid threatening to not race next year under the current proposals or rules that have actually been put forward. And a lot of it has got to do with not so much that there's a budget cap, but the two-tier system, and not only just the two-tier system, the lack of consultation. The FIA has just gone ahead with these rules without any consultation with FOTA. That's what the teams are saying. I heard Niki Lauda come out in support of Max Mosley and the FIA, saying that, you know, the budget cap is about the most sensible thing he's heard for a long time. Most of the time I agree with what Niki has to say. I can't agree with Niki on this one. You've got half the grid complaining about lack of consultation, a two-tiered system. That is more the punchline here, rather than a budget cap. They're all wanting a budget cap too. They all want to work towards this. Renault's even saying that, you know, what FOTA is working towards in terms of budget restraints, is more ambitious than the FIA's. So, having said all this, I think this war will be resolved. I think it will be resolved so that all parties will be happy. I really wish it would be resolved that basically FOTA gets exactly what it wants, because I don't think their requests are unreasonable at all. I think that FOTA, I'm obviously clearly barracking for FOTA in this war. Their demands are by no means unreasonable. I think they are completely reasonable. They are in the spirit of basically essentially what the FIA want anyway, and that's to cut costs. And that results in the technical freedom, which is the dangling carrot of the cost cutting that the FIA are putting in place. We could find ourselves with a Formula One we enjoy more than now. I mean, look, I've never been a fan of the engine freeze. I've never been a fan of the rev limit. I mean, that is anti-Formula One to me. I mean, Formula One is all about being cutting edge. Okay, you've got to have constraints. You've got to slow the cars down every few years. I accept that on the grounds of safety to a certain extent, but it's also it's a technological arms race, and that is an essential part of what is Formula One. If it can be done within a budget cap, and then some of the technical restrictions that have been placed on Formula One of late and what is proposed can be relaxed. I think that's a pretty good solution to the current problems, the current issues that both sides of this war are arguing. I don't think any of the teams will pull out, not because they're going to back down. I think it's because there's going to be an agreement, and with that agreement, hopefully we'll see a Formula One that's even better than it is today, and a sustainable one. Because I don't think iSport and Lola and who's the other one? Well, whatever Dave Rich Pro Drives, whatever they can bring to Formula One, it will not replace Ferrari, Renault, Toyota, Red Bull. There's going to be some late nights, some lots of coffee, lots of thrashing out some issues. But I think in the end it should work out. I'd really hate for this to escalate further, and I mean to see Ferrari out of Formula One would be, well, it wouldn't, it'd be a tragedy, and it wouldn't be Formula One anymore. Or it wouldn't be Formula One if all of the big guys left. But these rules, that the two-tiered system, I mean, we can't really say it's not Formula One because we've had a two-tiered system before with the normally aspirated and turbos of the mid-80s. So look, it's a thorny but fascinating issue, this war, and I really do enjoy the drama that these sort of battles bring. But anyway, that's just, I guess, an update. Probably most of the diehard fans already know this anyway. It's like, I'm a big fan of F1 podcast. It's a great channel, and a lot of the stuff you already know. A lot of stuff, and there is stuff that I don't know, and they're pretty sharp, those guys, Max and Pep. But it's just almost, even if you already know it, it's enjoyable and interesting to at least watch someone else's opinion and comment and have a discussion about it. Although, yes, I am harping on the fact that no one's commenting on my videos, but I'll be brave. But anyway, hope you enjoy, and watch this war with fascination as much as I am.